up, guys? It's Paul here with Rideout Reviews, and today we're gonna do a TV series review on the new Netflix series The Witcher. So this started as a book, haven't read it, but I did play the game on Xbox One. Dude, I was so hooked. That game, Gwent, the card game, boy, I tell you what, man, I'd play that in real life if they had it. That's so cool. But there's a lot going on in this video game, and so whenever they put out the stuff for the TV series that was to come out, I was totally interested. And they added Henry Cavill. Man, that dude's a beast. Big old dude, man. And at first, when they showed his little hair, I was like, I'm not feeling it. But now, I know that he is probably the guy to play Geralt. Just kind of just looks like him walking in that his armor, his Witcher armor. Man, that was tight. So, let's get into it, okay, guys? Witcher stars Henry Cavill, Freya Allen, and Anya Chaldra. I'm sorry, I don't really know how to pronounce your name, but we'll go with that. And it's about Geralt, who rejoins his long-lost lover, Yennefer, in the town of White Orchard. And Yennefer tells him that the Emperor has summoned him to the city of Visma. Now, what happens in this could be summed up in a lot of different ways. So let's just jump into the good real quick, and then I'll start giving my opinions on everything. So the good, I think, man, the action battle sequences, yeah, definitely. Those were tight from the very beginning. The Butcher of Blaviken, that scene that came out was really good swordsmanship, really good CGI graphics or whatever they do to use to be able to get all those effects. Man, that was really good. I thought that was great. Another thing, excuse me, guys, I thought was how they introduced the lore and kind of the themes of what The Witcher is about. I thought they did a great job with that. Now, I'll tell you my bad a little bit later, but I think they did a good job with that. I thought it was cool how you could see some of those things that I saw in the game actually come to life. And to mention that as a good as well is to say, dude, I just thought it was tight just seeing all those famous characters I've seen on screen just pop up in the show. I was like, oh, there's old guy, man, yeah. Oh, hey, that's dude. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, that's him right there. So a lot of those things was good. I think had a good tone too. I think kind of had a sense of suspense and menace, but also at the time it was kind of witty and funny just because they had a specific character that would do that, and I thought that was a great addition to it. Now, my favorite part of this would probably be Geralt. I think that Henry Cavill did a great job playing him, man. I felt like he was actually the Witcher. I felt like that because sometimes when you get a character as big as him, he kind of portrays the images we see in other movies that he's been in, but I think this time I really felt him as that. The only thing I wasn't sure about was the way that he did his voice. It didn't sound the way I thought it might sound. He had that gruff, that slow, that kind of like a Batman sound, But I think that he did a good job because I continued as I watched. As I continued to watch, I think I felt like that was probably him then, because he always had that same tone, that same feel, that same energy the whole way, and I thought that was really good how he portrayed him as that character. Now the bad. Some of the CGI stuff I don't think was the greatest. I think that practical effects would help a lot. It was weird because I just watched the Star Wars, the final that came out. Check out that if you want to. It'll be up here, I think, on this side. But in that movie, man, they did a very good job of mixing practical and CGI together to make the characters that were in it come to life. And I think that they wanted to make these things look so good. So why is it that CGI looks so fake sometimes? How come they use so much CGI that it just doesn't really look like it's in a real world? It's like got a glossy shine to it or something, and it just doesn't look like it's part of the video. So I'm wondering why this is that same way. Now, I'll tell you, the monsters, when you see them, they look good, but it's like the interaction between them is tough. And I know it ain't easy, but man, what was their budget on this? Could they done a little better? Maybe so. You tell me. You watch it and you tell me. Another thing was the storyline, man. Now, I know this story a bit because as I played The Witcher 3, it continues on a storyline that came from 2 previous games. And I even went back and watched a few, like, you go on YouTube and you check out the saga of Witcher, and I got familiar with the character and the story. And even me knowing these things, it was a bit difficult to follow and understand because of the way that they move things back and forth in the timeline. The difficult part is that you really don't get clued into it until I think the 3rd episode, or maybe the 4th. But that was what kind of got me messed up, is whenever they showed you it, then you're wondering, well, what is what? Now, to jump back to the good, I guess, is that the culmination of all of that, it pays off. I thought, wow. That was good. So the culmination of all those things that you see when you watch it and you continue on and you finally get to the second to last episode and the last episode, you end up saying, man, this is good. I like that. I like that. But the problem is, to me, is that it was so long to get there, so much to even, because you didn't even really know that's where they were going. At times I thought to myself, what are we doing? What is the purpose? They would link them together at times and you would say, okay, I guess I could see that, but it was difficult for me to continue to hang on. And I am a fan of the game and of the story. So for someone who is not, man, it would be tough. And I don't know if a person would be able to hang on to that. And that's what makes it tough for me. So what I'm going to rate it, man, I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5 R's. You see, I liked it, but the story itself was not compelling. It was hard for me to hang on and continue. Like I said, it was beautiful in the way that it was shot. It was so cool to see all of the characters come to life. It was great to see the story and the lore of the magic and a little bit of the Witcher and the mystery behind Ciri. But it was, I think, probably only because I knew about it, that it actually held weight or suspense for me. If somebody did, man, it might have been a bit tough for them to continue on trying to watch this show. So, did they make this for the fans, or did they make this to make a good TV series? I couldn't tell you, but I'm just going to give it 2.5 out of 5 R's. Now, when the next season comes out, because it's already been greenlit, I'm going to check it out because I am still interested. Please make the second one just a little bit more compelling. Make it grip me. Make me want to watch more of the story and what happens to these characters, because like I said in the final 2 episodes, it was great because it did bring it all together. It brought it all home. But will we get there? That's why I want to get it, because finally on the 7th and 8th episodes, I was like, yes. So, also, I want to shout out to that 4th episode. That's probably the best episode in the series. Episode 4. Great. Anyway, is it redeemable? Well, like I said, man, it wasn't compelling enough to say it was redeemable. It has some great storylines and some really tough discussions. I think sometimes it was a bit heavy-handed when it did it, but as you continue the story, it always had a little twist going on with what was going on in the show. And so the idea of who really is the monster, or who really is a monster, and how do you act towards other people, man, that was some good stuff, man. I thought that was some good themes in it. But the story to me just wasn't compelling. So I'm going to have to not go with redeemable this time. Maybe when the second season comes out, it may be a little better, it may do something, but it won't grip you enough for you even to care about the themes that are in this movie. So I hope you like my review. Give me a thumbs up. Check it out. If you didn't, then don't worry about nothing. Just watch another review I got. And if you didn't like that, then check somebody else out. But I appreciate the time that you spent if you're watching here to the end. And I hope that you would subscribe. Hit that bell so that you can get notifications when my next videos come out. And as always, man, have a great day, a great week, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And keep watching movies.